Happy Valentine's Day. The U.S. certainly didn't show much love for the Finns last night at the Four Nations face-off. The U.S. team took Finland to the woodshed in a 6-1 victory. Seattle Kraken Kaapo Kakko had no impact for the Finns last night. Finland takes on Sweden tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on ABC. The U.S. faces Canada tomorrow afternoon at 5. That's also on ABC. Well, Gonzaga came from behind to beat San Francisco last night in Spokane. 88-77, men's college basketball we're talking. Graham Ike was the key component to the Bulldogs' comeback, which became a free throw fest down the stretch.
Leading by 1. Here's Hickman, runner, good!
Or smaller guard needs in their arsenal. A Steve Nash 1-foot runner and a Tony Parker 2-foot runner.
Hickman.
You couldn't have been happy. This is your senior point guard. You should have the experience, the IQ, the understanding of what's needed.
Ike hits a 3, and he can do that.
And there's only 2 teams in the country that have that, Gonzaga and Kentucky.
Great positioning for Ike, and then Nembhard, he makes that entry pass. Nembhard had it poked away. Ajayi came away with it, though, and Ajayi scores. Nembhard finds a way to get it to Ike. Almost traveled, somehow made the shot. Pull up, free throw line. Got it.
He's been spectacular in that pick and roll throughout the night. A 1 or a 2 seed, really having some concern about their second round matchup.
Hickman banks it in. 31 in a row. They've lost to Gonzaga. 36 in a row in Spokane. It's sort of hard to believe. They controlled the first half. They got blitzed in the second half. And the final score, 88-77 Zags.
On the men's schedule tomorrow, Washington visits Penn State at 11 a.m. on the Big Ten Network. Eastern Washington hosts Idaho at 4 o'clock on ESPN+. Gonzaga remains home against Pepperdine. That's at 7, also on ESPN+. Washington State visits St. Mary's tomorrow. That's at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. The Washington State women came out on top of Loyola Marymount 63-51. Gonzaga topped Oregon State on the road in overtime 66-62, the final there. Eastern Washington hosts Idaho tomorrow at 1 o'clock while Gonzaga entertains Loyola Marymount. Washington State plays at Portland at 3. All those games are available on ESPN+. On Sunday, Haley Van Lith and the TCU Horned Frogs play at Arizona. That's at 1 o'clock on ESPN+. Washington hosts 6th-rated USC Sunday afternoon at 4. That'll be on the Big Ten Network. The Wenatchee Wild, after enduring a 2,600-mile road trip, playing 8 games in 11 days, are finally back home at the Town Toyota Center for a couple of games this weekend. Wenatchee's hosting Portland at the Town Toyota Center tonight at 7 o'clock. Seattle Thunderbirds follow suit on Sunday at 4. If you want tickets, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. Well, girls from smaller schools around the region are gathering for their district wrestling tournament. That is today, as a matter of fact. District 5 tournament is taking place at Granger High School. Is that the one that gets it done? Wrestlers from Cascade, Kashmir, Chelan, Lake Roosevelt, Liberty Bell, and 11 other schools are participating in that. District 5 1A boys tournament is tomorrow at Wapato with the best of the CTL taking on the best of the SCAC. Everyone is vying for a trip to Mac Classic. That's next weekend in Tacoma. The regular season finale for the Big Nine wrapped up last night in boys and girls basketball. The Sunnyside girls held on to beat Moses Lake 41-37. Davis whipped up on Wenatchee 82-22. Eastmont had no trouble dispatching Eisenhower 63-38. The Wildcats will host Sunnyside Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the district play-in game. Sunnyside's comeback bid fell short against Moses Lake in boys play last night, with the Mavericks coming out on top 67-66. Davis ended Wenatchee's season 100-65. Eastmont fell to Eisenhower 73-58. The Eastmont boys will play at Moses Lake in a play-in game next Tuesday. District 5 1 1A tournament continues tonight with Chelan at Zilla and Kashmir visiting Royal in the semifinals at 6 o'clock. Omak visits Kauna-Benton, while Waloot plays at Wapato in loser-out games. Kashmir girls were victorious in the first round of the District 5 1A girls tournament last night, downing Royal 53-32. Natchez Valley beat Cascade 51-30. Wapato crushed Chelan 89-59. Kai B visits Zilla tonight. Kashmir plays at Natchez Valley in the semifinals tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Cascade faces a loser-out game at Royal. The loser between Kai B and Zilla plays at Chelan in another loser-out game. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Okanagan kept its season alive with a big 85-41 win over Granger at the District 5 2B tournament in Moses Lake last night. Tenasket ended Mabton's season with a 58-53 victory. Liberty Bell moved on in the championship bracket, downing Tri-Cities Prep 65-52. Okanagan and Tenasket play a loser-out game tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Liberty Bell faces Columbia Burbank at 12:30. LaSalle and Lake Roosevelt play one another at 12:30 as well. Girls 2B tournament saw Tenasket and Kittitas season ending, that is, Kittitas season 54-34. It was Tri-Cities Prep dropping Lake Roosevelt out of the tournament 53-41. Mabton topped Okanagan 79-30. Coming up tomorrow, Brewster faces Columbia Burbank in the semis at 11 a.m. Tenasket plays Tri-Cities Prep in a loser-out contest at 12:30. Waterville is the site for the District 5 1B tournament today, with Cascade Christian facing the Shockers first. That's followed by Wilson Creek and Soap Lake. Both games are loser-out contests. In the 1B tournament at Wilson Creek last night, Wilson Creek ended Entiat's season 36-27, while Soap Lake dropped Moses Lake Christian from the tournament 37-31. Tomorrow's 3 o'clock games have Soap Lake at Waterville Mansfield, while Pateras hosts Wilson Creek. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a great weekend, and again, happy Valentine's Day.